2000年の大晦日、東京世田谷区の住宅で宮沢みきおさん、妻の靖子さん。
Konnichiwa. I am doing a special true crime in Japan. It is so damn warm. But if you look, this house that we're coming up to is the site of an incredibly famous murder and massacre that happened. It's called one of the last mysteries of the 20th century. Happened over the 30th and the 31st of December, and the entire Miyazawa family were massacred in that house over the span of a couple of days. Never since, so 24 years since it's been boarded up, and it has remained such ever since. Obviously I ain't going to try and get any further, but isn't that really eerie and mysterious that the house has just been left there? I think all these houses overlooking it. So it said the perpetrator, basically he came in from where we just were. So there was an opened window on the second floor. I don't want to film those kids. This side, or adjacent to the box, so maybe the other side. But I doubt it because it would have been in plain view. He climbed a tree and he got in through one of the open windows. Still got a satellite dish up. I'm finding it so hard to film. So the family consisted of Mikio, Nina, Yazuko and Ray. They were all killed over the course of this invasion. I'm going to try and get to the other side. The perpetrator first murdered Ray, strangled Ray, and then I'll try and get to the other side. It's really awkward to do this video. I already look like a stranger. That's the house, the side view. So Mikio rushed upstairs, and then a fight took place, and Mikio did some damage to the perpetrator, the murderer, but he was stabbed in the head and part of the blade was lodged in his head, and he subsequently died. He then attacked Nina and the son with the broken knife, and then he found another knife and was able to stab them.
Hello everyone, I'll do this voiceover quickly. I'm at work, so I'm not able to voice record it very well, so apologies for the echo. If you're like me, obviously people do true crime stories better than I do, I get that, but I tend to go to the location, and that's because I'm quite into locations and trying to match things up. And the research and finding it out is the entertaining part for me. Really in post, as the cool kids would say, I'm in post. And I'm just editing this video together. And at the time, and I don't know if you're the same, really struggling to match up the house. And about 20 minutes ago, I was like, is this even the same house? Is this how badly this video's gone? Even though I knew it was the house. But if you look, this view is actually the front. What I keep calling the side of the house is actually the front. And this matches up with this picture. So you can see the balcony and everything. This is where the car would have been. And I thought this was around what is now the side of the house, which I was calling the front. And to the left of this old picture, that's where the river is. That's where my video starts. And to the top side, to the right, that is where the girls are dancing out the front, where I first started. I'm into the locations and stuff, so that's why I've put this in here. If you're not really into it, you're into the story. I'll get back to the story.
this is the house. Really awkward to film again. So it happened on the 31st of December. All the family were discovered the next day by Yakasuro's mother. It said they were murdered between 11 and 12 at 5 a.m. I don't want to go over the line. That's the house. The killer then stayed. So it said the killer remained in that house for between 2 and 10 hours. He used the computer, he consumed 4 bottles of barley tea, he ate a melon, 4 ice creams, used the toilet and left feces. So they got a lot of DNA, lots of fingerprints. He treated his own injuries with a first aid kit, and he even had a nap on the sofa. He ransacked the papers, he stole some money, and he even left 10 items: a knife, a hat, a walk around, scarf, gloves, hip bag, shell, jacket, handkerchief. So these girls got to have them and a dance, so I don't particularly want to disturb them or film. So I'm finding this really awkward because the kids are out the front dancing, and I don't want to be seen filming when the kids dancing. Why they're dancing in front of the murder house, I don't know. But it must have been that tree just in front of the house that they used to get into the house. That's adjacent to the playground. Here. This is one of Japan's biggest ever cases, unsolved cases. At one point, over 246,000 police officers were working on this one case, and till a couple of years ago, still over 35,000 police officers were working on this case. There is still a 20 million yen reward for any information that goes towards solving this case. They have so weird that it's just been left, hasn't it? I actually thought it might not be here, because they're going to tear it down apparently because of its age, of how dilapidated it is. People are more well behaved, because like in Britain, people would just jump over there. I'm certainly not doing it while I'm in Japan. From the blood type, they could tell that he was mixed race. I haven't actually got my notes on me. They could tell he was born between 1955 and 1985, I think it was. They could have been as young as 15. They could determine his height. They could tell that he was a thin man. They could tell he was most likely right-handed. The hip bag that he had, they found sand, and they identified the sand back to Nevada and an Air Force base in America. So they've got so much information about this case, but they've never been able to identify who it is. And I'm deep in the western suburbs of Tokyo, so nowhere near really where I'm staying, and it's taken quite a mission to get here. And it's been a really awkward video to shoot. There's just kids everywhere. There's playing fields, basketball, football, hockey, all sorts going on, and 2 girls dancing out the front. They've been there about an hour now, and I'd like to film the front. I'm just not jeopardising the girls dancing, because life should be free and not about a murder house. But anyway, I'll say goodbye around. This is the front of the house. I'll get some more shots before I go. I could theoretically walk up to the gates, but they're there, and I don't particularly want to disrespect when I'm a guest in a country, so just from the outside. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get any closer I don't want to disrupt the kids playing, and I need to get back. That's the house. You've got the playing. I thought I'd get a really good picture of the playing fields in the house in the background, but you're going to have to have a video shot. I'm not taking pictures of the kids playing and stuff. That's the house. It was the mother that found them, the mother of the mother. She couldn't get hold of him. The killer had unplugged the telephone during his time there, and the mother came around at 10 o'clock in the morning. The computer was used at 1 in the morning and at 10 in the morning, but they think the mother kind of dislodged the computer, so caused it to move. But that's probably the tree out there where the killer got in through one of those windows up there. So that's the story of the creepy abandoned house in this park, and why it continues to sit abandoned after all these years. This has been a hell of a video to film. I often think that there's the house in the background. Can you see it? I can't really see on this viewfinder if I'm using a new camera. I think sometimes that would be a good picture actually. I think sometimes that would be a better video of me doing the videos, because so much happened and none of it's good. But I am in the middle of nowhere. I am going to go back and take a little picture actually. But thank you so much for watching. Maybe one more true crime in Japan, but I very much doubt it at this stage. But thank you so much for watching. More when I get back to England hopefully. Peace.